Christian school superintendent in Dickson County is arrested after allegedly allowing a sex offender to volunteer on campus.
Our Jordan James shares what we know and how parents are responding.
Greater Things Christian School has been embroiled in controversy over the last few months. It's something that came to a head this week after their superintendent was arrested. Chris Harris is charged with a misdemeanor after authorities say he allowed a convicted sex offender to be around children.
Our first duty is to protect our kids.
The man had reportedly been volunteering on campus with ice removal and other projects when he was reported to law enforcement and charged with violating the terms of his status. J.C. Bowman is Executive Director of Professional Educators of Tennessee.
I think that this man exercised some poor judgment by allowing this man to be on campus. I hate that that happened for him. I cannot be within 1,000 feet, and it's on the offender to know that.
Harris acknowledged the incident in a letter reportedly sent to parents. It led one mother who asked not to be identified to remove her children from the school.
Can't be clear or transparent about what's going on, then I don't feel comfortable having my child in your care, because kids need to be safe in their school. If the leadership is not thinking about the children, then it makes me concerned about what else could happen.
Greater Things Christian School says no children were harmed and decided to keep Harris in his position.
Someone new needs to take over at this point.
A decision being questioned amid renewed safety concerns. Now, Harris has bonded out of jail and is set to appear in court next week. I reached out to him and representatives from the school about his arrest and are still waiting to hear back. Reporting in Dickson County, Jordan James, WSMV4.